are watching CIOTV by Enterprise IT World, a production of Accent Infomedia.
Hello and welcome to CIOTV and Enterprise IT World Mia. This is Sanjay Mahapatra and with me is Mr. Scott Harrell, President and CEO Infoblox. This is day one at GITEX. Probably today's date, GITEX is one of the largest exposition in this earth. There is government advisory that people should avoid route to DWTC. They should take another route to reach their destination. Somehow we are privileged sitting here on a very cool atmosphere. Now in the process of speaking to people, I try to understand, learn from their experience and learn from their strategy as to where this industry is heading, which is, AI has come up, which is shaping this, the future of the industry as well. And side by side, there are a lot of geopolitical situation. Scott, thank you very much for coming in and speaking to CIO TV and Enterprise IT World Mia.
It's great to be here. Thank you, Sanjay, for hosting me.
How has been your, stay here so far in Dubai and GITEX particularly?
It's wonderful. I mean, Dubai, every time I come here, it feels like it's changed yet again. And it's only been like a year and a half, I think, since I was here last. And it seems they've built 40 new buildings in that time. So it's just an amazing, dynamic place, and it's great to be here. GITEX is my first time being at GITEX, so it's wonderful to get to experience it. It's a massive conference with all of IT represented in one place, which is really unusual and just compelling to see.
All right, Scott, you took the hands of Infoblox in 2023. What personal leadership lessons since then have most shaped your strategy for the company?
As far as what shaped the strategy, I think when we start thinking about how do we change and how do we make things happen faster, that's a big theme for me personally as a leader, and also what we try to do for other companies is help them go faster. And I think, when you think about the world we're in now and the change that's shaping the world we're in around AI, around cloud, around cyber threats, being able to respond to all that with a high degree of precision and speed is really key.
Infoblox is one of the very new and niche companies, and definitely cybersecurity is these days influencing the decision making, the outcome of the organization, directly or indirectly influencing the board and the CEOs, not exactly the CISOs or CIOs. So how Infoblox as a company is influencing the boardroom decision or the CEO's decision as well?
Yeah, when you think about CEOs and you talk to them, or CIOs, and you talk to them about what priorities are, a lot of times they want to move fast, but they want to do it with confidence. And in order to have that combination, if you want to adopt cloud, then you need to be able to automate it all at scale without putting the enterprise at risk. And you need to have resiliency, and you need to have the ability for that infrastructure that underpins all of this to not only work with what your legacy estate might be on-prem, but also with what you're doing new. The same thing when you think about technologies like AI. AI is a top priority for every CEO I talk to in the world. But at the end of the day, if you're going to adopt this type of technology, what's going to be key is the visibility, the security, the control, in order to do that at speed with confidence. And that's really what Infoblox brings to customers, and we do that from the foundational infrastructure layers up, and we make that possible for enterprises all across the world.
Right, DNS, if you look at the entire architecture, is very important piece in that puzzle of computing. What's your vision as far as DNS security is concerned, networking is concerned, when you see this growth happening, the evolution happening?
So when we think about DNS security specifically, the world's, it's really important to understand what's going on in the security in general in the world. Almost everything you buy in the security world today is reactive. In other words, I have to wait to see malware somewhere else in the world. And once I detect it locally, I can block globally. The challenge with that is that what you're seeing happen across the world is this mass personalization of attacks. With AI, the attackers are also using it, not just the enterprises. And so they can personalize attacks for you, Sanjay, they can personalize them for me, they can personalize them for my company. And the challenge with it is the first time I see some of these security threats may be on my network. And a lot of the apparatus that's there today is inherently reactive. I have to see that before I can respond. What we do and what we provide and what DNS can allow you to do is be proactive. We don't have to wait. We actually are able to stop threats 2 months in advance of anything else in the industry. And that's a huge amount of time when every second matters in the threat landscape. When you think about networking, it's not just about your network anymore. It's about the hybrid multi-cloud estate and how do I allow that to run at scale fast. We provide the ability for you to do that by interconnecting the DNS that's on-prem with the cloud and making it all seamless, whether or not you're getting that DNS from a cloud provider or whether or not you're getting it from us. And that's something that can allow an enterprise to go faster, allow those cloud ops teams to operate independently while still being governed by central policy and governance from the corporation. And that gives that combination of speed with confidence.
Excellent. Scott, you must be watching the evolution of some regions. MENA is as a region has evolved in front of our eyes. In my 20-25 years of career, I see this region evolving. The technology getting evolved along with the evolution of this region. All the new technologies, including metaverse, got accepted here early. Similarly, AI got accepted, cloud computing got accepted.
5G,
6G, things are happening. So those are happening on the directions of the government. So as a CEO, what is your executive plan for this region? You see this, where do you want to see, as far as Infoblox is concerned?
So we've been investing heavily in this region for many years. We continue to increase that investment. One of the things that attracts me to the region is that technology prowess. This region has proven the ability to not only adopt, but also to proliferate technology at massive scale. And I think for a lot of things we do where we're trying to lead the industry, we're trying to lead the world, partnering with all the different entities in this region, whether they're governmental or whether they're private sector, is really key for us in being able to accomplish our mission. So you will see us continue to invest increasing amounts in this region. We've built out a huge business in Saudi, we built out a huge business in the UAE, in Qatar, and all the different countries in the region. And that's intentional, and you'll see it continue.
These days, AI is a buzzword. Everywhere, every device you see, AI is influencing. Every strategy, AI is also influencing. Where do you see the most significant CEO level upside as far as AI is concerned? What are the challenges you see due to the rapid adoption of AI?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot of good things that can come. There's, for individuals, there's a huge amount of individual productivity that can be gained, but that also allows your scope to increase and allows your impact to increase. So what's awesome for individuals is they're going to be able to do so much more than they ever could do before. And I don't know about you, Sanjay, but I've always had the most fun when I had the most impact. And now every individual can have more impact. And then from a product line point of view and from what companies build and what they provide to their customers, it's going to radically reshape what that looks like. Mm-hmm. And you need to be thinking as a CEO or CIO is where does my value originate from? Where is my defensible moat? And how am I going to make sure that that gets extended and grows in this era of AI? And so we at Infoblox, we're here to help companies make that transition. And we're investing in things like asset visibility so you can understand your environment better, so that you can decide where to apply those AI operations. We're working on things like how do we actually allow for sanctioned versus unsanctioned AI? Because one of the challenges you have in this is every user can basically enable whatever AI they want. And how do you as a CEO or CIO control that? We can help with that kind of problem today. And we're going to do more down that path. And so you will see us continue to invest heavily in this space, both to enable the enterprise to use AI themselves, but also to help secure them when they are using AI.
Excellent. That is, this debate around the AI will continue for a long. It's not going to stop now. Now soon, actually, I'll say. All right. What is the kind of message that you are passing on to your customers and the partners in this region? What is the key takeaway for them from Infoblox?
I think when you look at what Infoblox can provide, we can bring together a single platform that allows you to unify your network and your cloud operations and security operations in a cohesive manner that allows you to go really fast, but do it in a secure manner. And that ability to move fast with confidence is something that we can uniquely help a company do. And in the age of AI, speed is going to be king. Like, how fast your organization can move is going to be absolutely critical. We can be that foundational layer that helps companies move faster.
Excellent, Scott. You said that you are visiting this expo for the first time.
Yeah.
That means it is very, very important from the strategy point of view as far as Infoblox is concerned. What are the new products or new technologies that you are showcasing here in this expo?
We didn't launch anything specific to this expo, but what we have been focused on heavily is how we can help customers with their cloud journey and how we can help them automate their cloud operations, and then how we can help them with a security point of view, particularly in this proactive security stance. People are starting to try to understand what does AI mean to them from a security point of view, and a lot of the conversation's been about how do I protect or how do I limit the use of AI in my organization in an appropriate way, but it needs to rapidly be inclusive of how are attackers going to use AI differently to attack me, my company, and we can help with that problem in a very unique way, and we're trying to educate a lot of people around that.
Well, maybe this is the last question. Since you are here, your expectation must be very high. What is the kind of ROI or outcome that you are looking at? What kind of takeaway that you will have from this expo?
I think when I think about this kind of expo, it's really about learning more about everything I can in this region so that I can make appropriate investments to help our company succeed in this region and to help meet the customers' needs in this region. One of the great conversations I had today was with one of the companies here in the region, and they were talking about how they have 20x the amount of IoT as they do traditional IT assets. And we can help with that problem. And hearing that they've got that problem and it's unique to their environment and the challenges they have really helps me educate our investment, helps me make sure we're making the right investments to not only meet the market in the US and in Europe, but in the in the Middle East where there's so much growth and there's so much dynamicism. We want to make sure we're on the front edge of everything this market needs.
All right, Scott, thank you very much for making us privileged by coming here, giving this interview.
Absolutely. We appreciate the time.
Thank you. Pleasure meeting.